Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 3. In the previous episodes, we have been building up our dark, evil castle of doom, of course, and it's coming along pretty well, and we're probably going to do a little bit of that today as well, but the main focus of today's episode is to upgrade the villager trading hall and basically double it in size. Right now, we have a fair amount of librarian villagers. These guys give us most of the books that we need. But there are so many other types of villager in the game that we need to start taking advantage of. Literally. So for example, there's all the toolsmiths and weaponsmiths and armorers. These guys sell the diamond armor, and of course we need lots and lots of that for our various shops that we have on the server. There's also, of course, the farmer villagers. These guys will sell you golden carrots and pumpkin pies, and then of course just like, 20 different types of villager in the game. So I would like to get an entire other layer, fill that in with all of the different villager types, and then we can basically buy anything that we need. I also want to get some illegal items via villagers. There's some items that they sell that they definitely should not, and I want to get those. There is a problem when it comes to expanding this villager trading hall, and the problem is we're also trying to keep it as part of an iron farm. Now, the iron farm currently is not really working. I'm not entirely sure why, but as you can see, it's producing some rather strange items, and it just isn't quite doing its job. Now, we still have a village. As you can see, we're getting cats, so that's a very good sign, but for some reason, we're not getting iron golems. And also, if we want more villagers in our village, we need to add more beds to the iron farm, and that thing already has quite a few beds in it, so we're gonna be getting probably way too many beds in there. We might have golems start spawning on like the edges of that mountain or something. There is possible and probable issues when it comes to expanding this thing. Furthermore, I'm not sure if these villagers are even breeding at the moment. We would have to give them some bread to find out. So let's do that. It's raining inside. Oh right, I don't have a roof. Scratch that, it's not raining, it's actually thundering. I apologize for the mistake. I still don't have a roof, but I did put a lightning rod up there. Maybe that'll help. We have lost some villagers to the lightning already. Okay, so the village is technically working. As you can see, we're getting villagers breeding, so that's a good sign. I'm just not entirely sure why we're not getting iron golems. We might not have a high enough percentage of our villagers actually working. You need 75% of your villagers to work at a workstation in order to get iron golems. And if we got like 30 villagers and 9 of them aren't working, that might be the cause of our issues. Okay. Well, that's actually a pretty easy thing to solve. I like it when villagers are easy. They're never easy. There's definitely something else broken. It cannot be a simple solution. I guarantee it. Minecraft does not allow simple solutions when it comes to these guys. It just isn't allowed. So mid-process of giving these guys workstations, and somebody is becoming a librarian villager, and I have no idea who it is. Like, I seriously can't find them. I've gone around this entire villager trading hall. Is it one of you two? I guess it could be you. No, it's not one of these two. I've also started using water buckets to move villagers. It's actually a terrible idea. However, it does surprisingly have some promising results. Like, I've been able to push all these guys into their cells. Obviously, I should be using minecarts, but water just has a nice little simplicity to it. Okay, so I moved just about everyone around and got as many of the villagers into a cell and with a workstation as I can. Currently, there's just one baby and one adult running around. Don't look at me all cute like that. You know I'm not going to be nice to you. Anyway, I believe the iron farm is technically working right now. There is 37 iron. Somehow an iron golem died, and I didn't notice because there was only 33 iron like 20 seconds ago. So yes, it is actually working again, which is fantastic. That is great. And of course, the glow squid farm is also still working fantastically too. Yep, there we go. We got ourselves some iron golems. It is looking fantastic. Great. So this thing is properly working. I'm still very questioning about why this is in there though. I've recently learned about a very, very useful texture pack that actually shows you all of the villagers' trades, even the locked ones, and tells you exactly what they have to trade. So as you can see, this librarian has never ever been traded with, it has 0 experience, and we can see all of the other traits that it's going to offer us. So we know that at level 3, it's going to give us Infinity for 13, and Multi-Shot for 5, and then we can also do the same thing with this villager over here. We know that it has Quick Charge for 1, and this just makes it so much easier to re-roll these villagers. That way you know exactly what you're going to get every single time. It can save you so much time, so much energy, so much effort, and it basically just makes it so that you get the best villagers first try, really, because you don't need to worry about, like, you know, trading the first book and then hoping that you get a good second or third book. So this texture pack is from Bedrock Tweaks. If you're interested, there's going to be a link to it in the description down below. Honestly, very, very helpful. Would highly recommend. It's going to save you a lot of time. Okay, so now that we know the actual villager trading hall and the iron farm can coexist well together, I am going to expand the structure of this trading hall, add in a second layer, and in general, just do a bunch of work on this project, and I will come back to you in a little while once that is all wrapped up. A couple hours, a lot of work, and one sneaky spy goat later, we have basically completely rebuilt the entire villager trading hall because, well, to put it lightly, the entirety of the base is built in the wrong location. Oh, hi, there's a sneaky Liara as well. I did not know that she was there. Hi there. Oh, shroom lights. Num 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 num. Anyway, so basically, the wall of the villager trading hall, of course, goes right here, and previously the villagers were actually sitting right here on this block. So the workstations were right here, and now we've built it so that the actual wall goes behind the villagers. The villagers are going to be going a block forwards, and then the actual workstations will be right here. So it was like that for this wall, and it was also like that for this wall as well. So we have completely rebuilt this side of the trading hall. There's no more corner villagers, and I'm kind of mid-process of collecting and wrangling these guys. As you can see, got a few just kind of sitting in minecarts here and there. Pretty sure this is the mending villager. Yep, it's the mending villager. And then we also have a collection of villagers, just a few, you know, just kind of chilling, not causing any lag at all. So basically, I just added like 30 beds to the iron farm, and then I threw 2 villagers, a couple stacks of bread, and that is the result. It did not take any time for them to just spontaneously exist out of nothingness, and now we should, in theory, have enough villagers to actually populate the entirety of the trading hall. So I'm gonna start moving all these guys, but before I spend like an hour doing that, I plan on having just this entire lower floor be completely made out of librarians. So everyone that's not a librarian, they're going upstairs. Which I guess is actually a good thing, because then they won't have to worry about the zombies. Maybe they want to live upstairs. Maybe the librarians deserve to go upstairs and everyone else should live downstairs. I don't know. These are the kind of workplace inequalities I need to address within my villager trading hall, but I'm not going to. Literally the first villager that I try and move just escapes immediately. There is no hope for my progress of moving villagers, is there? Could you... Thank you. Can you go back onto your rail and go the correct direction? Thank you. Jeez. I swear I am a professional. I swear to it, you can't prove me wrong. Look at this beautiful face. I'm clearly a professional. Oh my god, this dude has Feather Falling 4. I've been trying to get Feather Falling 4 for the entirety of this trading hall. I don't care how expensive it is. I'm going to buy it. I have no idea where this guy's lectern is, but thank you for the Feather Falling 4 and Fortune 2. I mean, I guess that's... No, that's actually pretty terrible, but the Feather Falling 4 is great. Thank you. You're my new favorite villager. Maybe this won't take as long as I thought, because all I gotta do is place a minecart right there. There's so many villagers in there that they just kind of clip through the corner and then get into the minecart, and then I literally just stand here and wait for the villagers to come to me. This is great. I actually kind of like this. No redstone, no complexity, just straightforward and simple. You break the minecart, and that is about all there is to it. I was about to say, I was so extremely lucky over the entire course of this villager moving session. Not a single one of these guys is a nitwit. And then on the very last villager that I need to get out of that pod, it's a nitwit. Get out of here. No, nobody likes you. You're ugly and you're cross-eyed. Look at those eyes. They're cross. And I'm pretty cross with him, to be honest. Okay, so that didn't actually take more than like 15 minutes to do, which is very nice. Now keep in mind, all these guys that are, you know, currently librarians, they haven't been traded with. They're just linked to some of the workstations that are down over by the other people. So they will not be librarians for long. Now, I also kind of need to remove this guy. I need his cell in order to get our other fishermen up here. So I kind of overbred the villagers. We still have this entire pod over here. There's got to be at least 15, 20 villagers in there. So I really did not need to get as many villagers as I got. But here we are. Having a surplus, I guess, is not really that bad of a thing. Now, this guy, if you could kindly get into the minecart, that would be the good thing. I can send you upstairs, and then we can complete the upper level of this entire build. Oh no, you're getting pushed into the wall. Okay, you're all good. It's all good. Nothing to worry about. How did that even happen? No. Hopefully you enjoyed that little time lapse of tossing this trading hall together, and thank you for your feedback on the previous episodes of time lapses. I'll definitely be trying some things differently from now on, just to try and mix it up a little bit, you know, experiment a little bit. Anyway, the entirety of the village trading hall is now basically done. Every single cell everywhere is completely filled up with villagers, and I believe this means that we have 8 along each wall, which means that we have 32 per layer, which means that we now have exactly 64 villagers. Well, plus all the guys that are in here. I do not know what to do with all of these ones. We have 10 in here? Yeah, 10 villagers in here. I don't know what to do with any of them, but I have a feeling the thing in my hand might get a little bit of use. So there's still the issue of the witch. I don't know what to do with this. I'm thinking maybe some sort of, you know, butler or maybe doorbell person who answers the doorbell. I don't know. If you got ideas, let me know in the comments. So now comes the most tedious part of any villager trading hall, and that is the linking. Yeah, so you know how we moved in every single wall of the trading hall by 2 blocks? That means that we moved in every single villager and the workstation by 2 blocks. So basically none of these guys are actually linked to their workstations that are in front of them. I need to essentially destroy every single workstation in the entirety of the villager trading hall and relink everybody one at a time. And these 10 villagers in this little like cube right here in the middle, they're gonna make this entire process way more difficult because they're gonna be stealing workstations from people that are actually in cells. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to do some, yeah, you know what's gonna happen. Hey, look at that. We suddenly have a lot more floor space. So basically how I need to do this is I need to place down a workstation, see that it gets particles, and then try and see who linked to it. It's most likely going to be some guy up there. Now I'm going to turn everyone into fishermen for the time being because it's the cheapest workstation. So that was a bit painful, but now every single villager that can pick up a workstation has picked up a fletching table, and it was kind of a mistake because all I hear now is barrels. Just lots and lots and lots of barrel sounds. Everywhere I go, I just hear barrels. After many hours and much pain, okay, it hasn't been hours, but much pain, every single villager in the villager trading hall has a workstation. It's linked to the one directly in front of it. So now if we want to like re-roll this guy, for example, we just break his barrel and then he becomes a professionless villager once again. We can give him a lectern or whatever other workstation. He will link to that and then we can see exactly what trades he's got. He's got Soak Touch, very convenient, seeing as how our Soak Touch villager turned into a witch. So we're not really interested in any of his trades, but that is the basic process of re-rolling these villagers. It really is quite very simple, and then once we get some trades that we like, we can use the zombie curing machine 4000, which is here in the center, and cure all those guys up, and then they will drop the prices of every single villager in the entire trading hall. Honestly, really convenient, and I am liking the way that this is coming together. So there is one trade that I really want, and that is actually from a Fletcher. Now, you might be thinking, Fletchers don't really have any interesting trades, and you're right. They're pretty much only good for speed running and Clash of the Creators, but at the end of their trades, the level 5 master tier, they have tipped arrows. A couple emeralds, couple arrows, that gives you some tipped arrows. Now, due to our texture pack, we can see exactly what they're selling at the very final tier, and these guys can actually sell the tipped arrows of Wither effect, or arrows of decay. I would like to get my hands on those because that's something that you should not have access to in survival mode. However, you can, so I'm gonna get some. Whoa, look at this. Arrow of the Turtle Master? I didn't know you could get those too. I guess it makes sense though. I kinda really want those. Yeah, I kind of really want those a lot. So instead of just re-rolling one villager at a time, I'm actually re-rolling several. 4 to be precise. I have all of their workstations on some sticky pistons, and then you just flick the lever that moves the workstation. They unlink and then relink, and then they basically get brand new trades, which is really convenient. So you can do this pretty quickly, and especially with the texture pack, you save so much time. Oh, I got it. There it is. Arrow of Decay for 5 seconds. It's Wither 2 as well. Oh, please give me that. Yes, please. I have not seen any level 2 effects. I've been keeping my eyes out for some harming 2 arrows as well, but I haven't seen any level 2 effects. Very interesting. I like that a lot. I'm going to keep on re-rolling for a minute because I also want to get some of the weakness arrows. Of course, we use the weakness arrows for the zombie curing downstairs. So if I can just buy those instead of brewing them, that's going to save me quite a bit of time too. And there we go, some pretty easy arrows of weakness, and I actually got that twice in a row as well. So now that we're done re-rolling all of those guys, we can break their workstations and relink them individually. Every villager that we like will be able to keep their fletching table, and then everyone who is a terrible bad person will get their, you know, barrel back. Okay, there we go. Now we can actually get the arrows of decay. Just had to upgrade this guy, and I got a full 60. I should not be trusted with these things. So just out of curiosity's sake, let's go ahead and shoot myself in the face with one of these. My beautiful, beautiful face. And how much damage is that going to do over time? That is 5 seconds of Wither 2. That only did a heart and a half, but I didn't do like a full power 5 shot. I kind of just like threw the arrow into the air slightly. Interesting. These might be very fun as part of a mini game or something. Let's try this without the armor. Shoot it into the air, and that did a lot more initial damage. And of course the fire's hurting, and then the wither hurts a lot as well. Nice, okay. So yeah, these definitely have potential to be very evil. I like it a lot. Now, of course, the harming 2 arrows are basically like the best arrow for killing things, but I don't know if the Fletchers actually sell the level 2 arrows. I saw the level 1 harmings a whole bunch, but I did not see any level 2 harmings, and level 2 is really what you want. Now, speaking of harming 2 arrows, our shop that we set up in the previous episode before that, I'm not sure when it happened, but has it been in use? So let's find out from the diamond supply. 2 people people have died from it. Okay, so that tells me that at least 2 people have bought items from this side, and we have a total of 7 diamonds. Okay, so we've sold 7 different random items from the shop. I did go ahead and put a full elytra in here, and I also went ahead and put a full set of fully enchanted diamond gear as well. Like, there's one of the full helmets, and then I put in a full sword and some other good stuff as well. So if people do actually spend enough money here, they will get some very, very good things. I've yet to put any netherite in there, but that's definitely on my to-do list of things to do. And of course, we also need to check our other shop because I haven't been here in a hot minute. Do we have any of les profits? We have another cod bell sold. Nice. I always love it when we sell out of those. A couple shulker boxes are gone. Fireworks have not been selling at all, which makes me think that someone is significantly underselling us. And I don't think any of these are stocked anymore, are they? Nope, none of those are stocked. A couple books are sold, a couple more books. Nice. Okay, 24 diamonds is still a pretty decent profits. And that is now over 1 full stack of diamond blocks from the shop profits. Nice. I've realized that this episode is running long, but there is still a lot more that I would like to do with this villager trading hall. So of course I want to get one of each of the different professions and stuff, and let me know what profession you think I should go for the most. I'm thinking I want to have like 7 or 8 of a profession type. Let me know if I should do like masons or clerics or armorers or weaponsmiths, or what type of villager you think I should specifically go for in mass. I'm kind of open to ideas. We got so many villagers, we need to kind of waste some of them on something, right? So let me know your ideas for what we should do with this trading hall down in the comment section. As silly as it sounds, I kind of want to keep a lot of these guys as fishermen because you can sell any fish to the fisherman for 1 emerald. So we can sell these guys like a whole bunch of pufferfish and get a whole bunch of emeralds. It's really silly. But I have a lot of pufferfish, so it does kind of make sense. So if you enjoyed today's episode, then of course let me know in the comment section down below what part was your favorite. Consider leaving a like on the videos. It helps out the video and the channel a ton. And if you're new here, then of course maybe subscribe. That way you don't miss future episodes on the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you guys down in the comment section and in the next one. Thanks for watching. I didn't just die. And then there was silence.